Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to try something different here and do a voiceover video of my practice with my friend Dominic, who is currently, I believe, 12.5 UTR, or I think his highest was like 12.8 or something. He plays college right now. Anyway, here we are just simply warming up. Oh, and the purpose of the video is just to give you some maybe ideas and comments about where I should improve, and hopefully you'll be able to improve by watching it and listening to. So yeah, anyway, so here we are doing just normal warm-up, just nice and easy, feeling the ball, going down the middle, doing both forehands and backhands. And yeah, and then here in a second I'll cut it and show you some of the more higher intensity once we are nice and warm. But this is just to feel the ball, nice lots of topspin. We're both trying to work the depth. And yeah, so here I asked Dominic to go about 70%, which he ends up going, I believe, much higher than 70. So yeah, so when the ball is coming this fast, I don't know if it looks fast to you in camera, but in real life, it definitely looks like it's coming 200 miles an hour from him. I'm just trying to make my stroke a little bit shorter and a little bit longer movement, just so I can control the ball and control the depth, like I do here. Like a lot of times when you see a big ball coming in, a lot of people end up giving me a short ball after that. So I'm trying to avoid doing that here. So yeah, I'm also overlooking my legs here. Just make sure I'm really set up for it, not jumping all over the place. Both of my feet are touching the ground so I can get nice and block the ball, give it a little bit of a follow through, and it's going to go back to his side with exactly the speed that it came with. So yeah. Yeah, so now you're going for too much, but yeah. So anyway, so here now we are doing a warm-up of a forehand, and this is how we generally structure the practice session. We're trying to get some down the middle warm-up, down the middle, a little bit higher intensity, and then here we are warming up our forehands. Obviously, we are already warm, so we are going at it a little bit harder than we usually would. And yeah, so this is just a forehand cross, normal forehand cross rallies. I would not recommend doing this for too long because it becomes somewhat unrealistic. Like, for example, if this was a match, both of us would have switched the direction like 50 times at this point, and obviously that doesn't make it very realistic if you just sit there and rally cross court. Because when you're gonna go and play the match, your opponent is gonna ask you to move around, and that's when you're gonna start getting into trouble. But yeah, that was a good rally. So here what happens now, which I really like, both of us will have 3 chances to switch a direction or do whatever we need to work on with the ball. So here Dominic is the one switching the direction, and you can see me just returning these balls cross. And then whenever Dominic gets the ball that he wants, he will be switching the direction 3 times. You can kind of clearly see what he's trying to do. Like, he's trying to move me away from the core. Like, see where just that ball landed, like nice and deep and into the corner. He's trying to get me out of the position, and ends up making a mistake because like he probably not like I was not giving him the ball that he wanted for too long. In my opinion, like you will see when I'm gonna be playing, it's gonna be slightly different. Oh yeah. So what happened there? Here I'm trying to work 3 sections of the court. One of the sections is where the with that deep one, and then now it's going to be the shorter cross right there where it landed next to service box. So what happens here is that I moved Dominic far behind the baseline, and then I'm trying to give a lot of top spin and a shorter bouncing ball. And after the ball bounces next to the service line and to the sideline, it will jump further off to the side. And Dominic gave me the ball, exactly the ball that I wanted, off of which I can then switch a direction. Here was a very similar situation. A couple of the deep ones and high top spin closer to the service line and the sideline. Here's some backhands, and yeah, so here we are warming up our backhand cross court, I believe, and just nice and easy. I'm trying to practice myself, having myself step into the court, so I'm hitting a lot of backhands close to the baseline. This allows me to take a lot of time away from opponent on hard courts. However, if I were to play in clay, I'd probably be doing that differently. Okay, so I think here's Dominic is gonna be switching the direction on his backhand or forehand, whatever he wants, just to trying to imitate the point a little bit more. And you will see him again. He's trying to give me a lot of toss into my backhand, close to the baseline like that. Again, in my opinion, it may not be the most effective thing to do against me specifically because I'm able to get my hit my backhand on the rise like I do here, and I think Dominic ends up waiting for the right ball for too much and ends up making a mistake like you saw there. Now, what I'm on the other hand trying to practice here. Oh, by the way, look at that shot. So see, that was a short slice. Dominic hit a very good shot, and I replied with a nice slice that landed short and off to the side. That ball to Dominic's backhand. That ball is very hard for him to switch the direction. Unlike this one, this was a pretty bad defensive shot because I hit the slice down the middle and it was very high. He had a lot of time to get around the backhand to hit the strong winner. So anyway, so like to try out some of those slices cross court that land closer to the service box to the person's backhand, that would be a very hard one to switch the direction from. And here I'm trying to imitate somewhat of a similar story that I did on the forehand, where a couple of deep backhands that are coming in strong, and a couple of backhands that are, this was a bad decision for me to switch, and a couple of the backhands where I'm able to give a short ball and then switch the line. Now here is actually one of my favorite drills. It's called 2 cross 1 line. So some people call it a Swedish drill. I believe that by doing this drill every day in your practice, you will immediately increase your level, whoever you are, 3-0, 3-5, or if it's UTR like 9 or 10, you will immediately notice a difference in when you're going to start playing matches. The idea is that we both hitting 2 balls cross, and then one of the people will switch the third ball down the line. Those were a couple of bad ones. Yeah, so like let's do it here. So one, Dominic will switch. I think Dominic will switch this, and that was a second shot. And then Dominic should be switching now, or me. There we go. Yeah, it was me. So, and I'm gonna be switching. Ideally Dominic will get there, but I'm going a little bit too hard. So do not go this hard because you do want to sustain the rally a little bit. Here we're not doing a good job in that because we are hitting the ball a little bit too hard, where it becomes harder to control. So ideally we should have dialed back our power here a little bit. But here's a nice one. So the second down cross court, this should go down the line. That was a hard one to switch off. So yeah, what you're doing here, you're learning how to control the ball cross, and then you're learning how to switch the line while still controlling the ball. And then when someone switches the line against you, you learn your leg positioning and how to respond to the ball that's being switched the direction of, and play that high percentage cross court ball to get yourself back into the point. This is also very hard exercise for your legs. So by doing this, you'll definitely improve your agility and endurance, and this will, you'll definitely feel tired after this one. When you feel tired, though, make sure you keep pushing yourself over that edge and to just keep grinding. This will definitely pay its dividends in the match. So yeah, so we're gonna do a couple more points here. Just here's a couple better ones, and I think this is gonna be one of the last points. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, here we started playing a tiebreak though. So that was what the tiebreak is. So we just played a bunch of drills, cross courts, switch the direction, and we did the Swedish drill. Now it's time for us to apply some of the things that we are working on into the point play. So here what we're doing is that a grassroots game, we both feeding the ball cross court. So the first ball always goes cross court, and after that, it's you can go anywhere. What the purpose of this game is to learn point construction. So everything that we've been working on in this practice so far, we're going to be applying that in here in point play. And then you'll see here, it's like, see how I hit that deep ball, and now I'm trying to go for a little bit shorter cross. If I didn't hit the net, I probably would have gotten what I wanted. But what I'm working on here right now specifically, I'm trying to get a couple of deep, stronger balls. Here I just using my backhand weapon. There we go. So I'm trying to use some of those deep balls like that to move him back behind the baseline, and then one shorter one like that, so I can then open up the line and hit the winner down the line. So the reason that was actually one of the clean ones, and the reason why I was able to do that is because Dominic really allowed me to. Like, he really kind of bought into the situation where I gave him two deep balls, and then when I gave him the short one, I don't think he necessarily was expecting that. I think he was expecting another deep topspin ball, so he was pretty far behind the baseline. And yeah, and then he ended up giving me a shorter ball that I wanted, which I was very nicely changed the direction from. Yeah, I think Dominic wasn't feeling his best today. Usually it's a little bit of a less unforced errors, but hey, I'll take it. Dominic's main weapon is the forehand, so I always have to watch out there. A lot of times there's nothing I can do with it, and because the ball is coming way too fast, especially on the hard court. That was a great defensive shot. Deep down the cross court. Very tough one to return. Here we're playing a 10-point tiebreaker where Dominic serves the whole time. So the tiebreak to 10, Dominic serves the whole time because I need to work on my returns because the Dominic serve is very, very tough to return. And yeah, so this allows you to, because you're playing 10 points in a row, allows you to get used to the serve a little bit more and like practice the return a bit better. And this is exactly the point of this practice, just to imitate the match. I do not expect to win this tiebreak because he is serving the whole time, and ideally he should be able to hold the serve. What Dominic is working on the other hand, is hitting the serve +1, which is one of the most crucial shots in tennis. So to be able to hold the serve is to be able to hit that serve and then hit it, and immediately after hit another shot that will put your opponent in a bad situation. There, Dominic just decided to hit an ace on his second serve. That was a great return that Dominic definitely did not expect. Actually, this was one of the best possible returns. In my opinion, one of the best possible returns is deep down the middle, because especially when Dominic hits the serve, he doesn't necessarily recover back right away. So if I'm able to return deep down the middle, I can catch him out of position a little bit. And that will also help me to win the point like you saw it before. Second serve, I'm thinking to attack. Doesn't matter if it's backhand or the forehand. Here I get a little bit too lucky. Well, a little bit lucky on the backhand. I shouldn't have hit it that close to the line, but I definitely hit the line on that one. Yeah, these serves are basically impossible to return. I mean, it's coming in like at least 130 miles an hour, a couple inches away from the line. Yeah, it's just all I have to do is just say good shot and then just enjoy the ball flying by, and hopefully not hitting my camera. Yeah, Dominic likes to surprise me with second serve wide, because I do expect it to be in my backhand too much sometimes. Yeah, really, the only reason why I'm actually able to stay in this tiebreak and be somewhat competitive is just simply first serve percentage. Like, if Dominic had a little bit higher first serve percentage, there is no way I'll be able to hang anywhere close in this tiebreak. So all I have to hope for is for him to miss his first serve, or for me to guess correctly, and to attack second serve like I do here. This was a great one. Great return. He hit a very good defensive shot. Oh, here I get a little bit of lucky. Yeah, I thought the ball was coming in my face on that one. I need to also fix an out of focus on my camera, because this thing is too annoying sometimes. I was kind of surprised I got a return that serve because that was a pretty fast moving one. I'm also trying to, when I'm returning serve, I'm trying to time my split step with the moment when he makes the contact with the ball. That allows me to time it well. And here I got a little bit unlucky. Yep.
Too close to the net.
Yeah, here my volley was not as sharp as it should have been, and Dominic got a great touch to just pick the ball up just enough for me not to reach it. Yeah, so you see, like, he served a couple of really good first serves, and that really like that was like 3 points in a row. So like, if you are serving well, it will pay its dividends, definitely.